lies a story far more painful than anyone imagined. This is the untold truth of Rick Harrison, the man who turned pawning into primetime television and paid a heavy price for fame. Rick Harrison wasn't born into fortune. Born on March 22, 1965 in North Carolina, Rick's life began with tragedy. His sister, Sherry, passed away at just 6 years old, a wound that quietly shaped his resilience. At 8, young Rick began suffering from epileptic seizures that forced him to spend most of his childhood in bed. But instead of wasting his days, he found escape in books, especially the Great Brain series, about a clever young con artist. Little did he know, that same wit would one day help him run one of the most famous pawn shops in the world. By $17 apiece after dropping out of school, his family's real estate business had collapsed, forcing them to move to Las Vegas. At just 17, he faced another life-changing event. His teenage girlfriend became pregnant. The couple suffered a heartbreaking miscarriage, but Rick refused to let tragedy stop him. They married and welcomed their son, Corey Harrison, in 1983, the same Corey millions would later recognize from Pawn Stars. In 1981, Rick and his father, Richard Harrison, better known as the Old Man, opened a tiny coin shop in Las Vegas. They had no idea that one day, tourists would line up outside their doors just to catch a glimpse of them. Fast forward to 2009, a small TV pitch turned their dusty shop into a worldwide hit. Pawn Stars premiered on the History Channel, and audiences couldn't get enough of Rick's sharp deals, his father's old-school wisdom, and Chum Lee's comic charm. By 2011, Pawn Stars was the highest-rated show on the network. Rick was a best-selling author, a businessman, a celebrity. But fame can't buy peace. In 2018, Rick lost his father, the Old Man. Parkinson's disease took him at 77. For Rick, it was more than losing a business partner. It was losing his anchor. "He was my hero," Rick wrote on Instagram. Then came COVID. The shop that once made over $1 million a year suddenly brought in only a fraction of that. He slashed interest rates, tried to help struggling locals, but the pandemic tested him harder than ever. And just when he thought things couldn't get worse, they did. Rick went through another divorce, his third, and soon found himself locked in a bitter legal battle with his own mother. Joanne Harrison, his 81-year-old mother, accused him of taking control of her share of the pawn shop while she was hospitalized. Rick was stunned. The once tight-knit Harrison family divided by money and mistrust. Then came the greatest tragedy of all. In early 2024, Rick's 39-year-old son, Adam, died from a fentanyl and methamphetamine overdose. Rick's emotional post on Instagram said it all. "You'll always be in my heart. I love you, Adam." Even Donald Trump Jr. commented, "I'm so sorry, man." Adam had once worked in the family shop, but later chose a quieter life. His death left a hole Rick will never fill. Yet, somehow, Rick keeps moving forward. Today, he stars in Pawn Stars Do America, a road trip spin-off that takes the show across the country. He spends more time with his grandkids, still flashing that familiar grin, although now it hides a lifetime of pain, endurance, and lessons learned the hard way. Because, in the end, Rick Harrison's story isn't just about gold or history. It's about grit, grief, and getting back up when life tries to pawn you. If you found Rick Harrison's journey as powerful as we did, don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Star News, where every story shines a light on the stars behind the fame.